Hey y'all, welcome to All Things Mental Health, where we literally talk about all things mental health. I understand that everybody's not coming to the couch, so I'm bringing the couch to you. And in today's episode, we are going to talk about growth mindset versus fixed mindset because I feel like it is essential for you to understand where you fall, like the importance of your mindset. What does a growth mindset mean? What's a fixed mindset? Where do you fall? How does this impact you? We're going to talk about all that today. So sit back, relax, grab you some snacks, grab you some popcorn, and we're going to get into this today, okay? So if you see me looking down, it is because I am dedicated, okay? I take notes because I'm super serious about this, okay? First of all, I do these things on a regular and consistent basis. So let me take a minute to introduce myself. Hello, my name is Keela. I am the CEO and founder of All Things Mental Health LLC. I have been in the mental health profession for about 10 plus years. I have numerous degrees, all the good stuff. So while I am well versed in the information that I am bringing you, again, I understand as a professional, everybody is just not coming in for various reasons. Maybe you have barriers, maybe you have biases based on your upbringing, but there are a number of reasons that people don't come in, and it's okay because I'm just going to bring the couch to you. So like I said, we are talking about growth versus fixed mindset, and we want to understand, what does this even mean? You hear it going around on social media all the time. You may have read literature. Maybe you came across a quote that asked you or that mentioned it, but you have no concept of what is growth versus fixed mindset. Girl, I'm glad you asked, okay? So a growth mindset essentially means that you are a person that you believe your intelligence and your abilities are learnable and capable of improvement through efforts. So pretty much you believe that anything you set your mind to, you can do. Anything that you practice, that you study, that you put the required amount of time, discipline, and effort into, you believe that you can then become successful at. Right? You're one of those people that there are no barriers, okay? The sky is the limit to what you can do. If you have a growth mindset, that is the space that you primarily operate from. It doesn't mean that you don't have struggles or barriers from time to time, but it means overall you believe if it's put in front of me, oh, I can do this. I might have to study, I might have to learn, I might have to do things that I'm not comfortable with doing, but if you put it in front of me, I promise you it's a goal that I will accomplish. That is what a growth mindset looks like. Now, a fixed mindset, on the other hand, you just believe that intelligence and your talents are inherent. You believe that you get what you get when your mom and your dad get together, and that's it. So if they told you you had a learning disability, you're 40 years old still laughing, talking about, y'all know I can't read. What? You 40-some years old. But that's what it looks like when you have a fixed mindset. When you have a fixed mindset, somebody told you in the third grade that you couldn't dance. So you 50 years old and still won't get up and do the line dances at the family barbecue because you still remember you was in the third grade and that lady told you you had no rhythm. That's what a fixed mindset is. That's what it looks like. And I have to break it down in simplicity because I don't want y'all to get mixed up in the terms, right? I just want you to understand in practicality, you are a person that if you have a fixed mindset, it is what it is, right? So how does this show up in real terms? When you have a growth mindset, you are a person that you embrace challenges. Now listen, that don't mean that you're running after the challenges. That doesn't mean that you're running towards the danger. That doesn't mean that you are creating problems, right? What it does mean is when you are faced with challenges and adversity, you tend to have a more can-do attitude about it. right? You also tend to be much more resilient when you have a growth mindset because you understand that through struggle comes strength. Anything that you go through, it doesn't matter if it's an unhealthy relationship, it doesn't matter if somebody stole your money, it doesn't matter if you lost your job, it doesn't matter if your reputation was ruined, it doesn't matter if you got a bad doctor's report. Like, it doesn't matter what you go through, you are resilient when you have a growth mindset. And a side nugget, that's why them girls don't like you. Because they be trying to understand how you done been through all this stuff and you still find a reason to be happy. Like, I know for a fact that would have taken me out, but you over here smiling and happy. I thought you was going to stay miserable like me. Yeah, no. Anyway, that was a side nugget, okay? Something else is that when you have a growth mindset, you tend to master effort. You don't give bare minimum when you have a growth mindset because you understand what you put into something is what you get out of it. Right? So that's something that you'll also see. And then lastly, you learn from criticism. We all could use constructive criticism from time to time. In my 30-something years of being on planet Earth, have never encountered a perfect person. I read about them, okay? I read about them. But I've never, in my 30-some years of being on the earth, encountered a perfect person, okay? So we all can use some constructive criticism. And when you have a growth mindset, you take it in, you hear and understand what is being said to you, you process that, and then you incorporate what is necessary into your life now, and then you move forward. And I said 17 steps, but when you have a growth mindset, this is all like linear for you. It's just the way that you think. And so it's easy for you to do. Now, when you have a growth, blah, 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 when you have a fixed mindset, I'm not even going to edit that out. I'm going to leave it there, okay? Because it's real. When you have a fixed mindset, you avoid challenges. This is the person, they've been at the same job for 20 years and they have been complaining about that same job for 20 years, but they have a fixed mindset. They believe that what they got is what they got. Their skills and talents are their skills and talents, and they are not willing to bend. They are not willing to stretch. They are not willing to try new things. Right? Let me know in the comments if you have encountered this person before. They just avoid challenges at all costs, right? They avoid challenges, even if it means that it could potentially earn them more money, even if it means their notoriety grows, even if it means their social status increases, even if it means their access to better opportunities increases. They will avoid a challenge. If one person says something they don't like, they avoid networking events altogether. Wait a minute. So you mean to tell me you went to one networking event and 1 out of 500 people said one thing that you didn't like, so now you just wholeheartedly are against all networking opportunities? That's what a fixed mindset looks like. Okay, so moving right along, this is also the person that gives up easily. This is the person that, while I applied for a job, they said they wasn't hiring. Okay, so where else did you apply? That was it. It's hard out here. One job? You applied for one job and they told you they were not hiring at this time, and so you just gave up. And even though that may sound exaggerated, take it from a person who, I have been in this field for 10 plus years, it is a reality. Okay, it is a reality. It is what people think, even if they do not vocalize it. They also give very little effort. This is the person that wants praise for doing the bare minimum. You are a grown man and you want praise because you took the trash out. What? You them kids' mama and you want somebody to celebrate you because you got them they Halloween costumes. Well, you they mama. You supposed to get them babies they Halloween costumes. I ain't saying you're not supposed to get help because they got daddies too. Obviously, that's how they got here. But we ain't going to praise you for being a present parent now. we honor the fact that you're there, and these are things that come with the territory. Just saying. The last thing with a person who has a fixed mindset is that they oftentimes feel threatened. This is the person that every environment you go into, they are going to find a problem with someone. They are looking for a problem. It is always somebody said something, did something, looked at them a certain way, blinked wrong, breathed twice through the left nostril, like obsidious things. Right? But there's always something, and it is because their fixed mindset makes them feel threatened when they are around other people who they perceive to be in a different space than them. So I hope that this breakdown, this exaggerated breakdown, okay, but that's the whole goal behind this brand, is really bringing the couch to you. When I'm here with you guys, I can speak candidly. I can say things that you understand, right? I can say things in a way that I don't have to clean it up. I don't have to rephrase it. I can just talk. Okay, so thank you guys so much for tuning into this video, growth versus fixed mindset. Please remember to like, share, leave a comment, and let me know realistically, where are you? Do you have a growth mindset or a fixed mindset?